Happy Friday to you. Good evening, everybody. Your friendly neighborhood Nos here. And today is July 11th, which is the National Day of something, I'm sure. I miss it when days were just days and they didn't have to commemorate any stupid thing. Whatever. Hope you had a good week. Hope you had a better week than I did. I had actually intended on playing something different today. That's loud. Okay. But what happened was I just looked at the list of games that I had to play and I couldn't make a decision. I didn't really feel like starting anything new, and I didn't really feel like playing Tropico because Tropico is usually the game that I go to. It's my go-to for whenever I'm feeling stressed out and I need to play something that I know and something that I can, I don't know, relax with. But this week has just been something else entirely. Yeah. I might elaborate on it. I don't know. I don't want to burden anybody else with with my problems. Suffice to say, it's been a shit week, and I want to play not a relaxing game, but a game that can just, I don't know, prepare me for the weekend. I don't know. I got a lot of games that whenever I'm in my head too much, I rely on. Tropico's one of them. Car Mechanic Sim is one of them. And this one, Megacopter, is becoming one of them, where if I just feel like flying around, blowing shit up, and I don't have to worry too much about the story, because the story of this game is just, it's nuts. So, this is one of those ones for me. Okay, we got about 5 minutes before we get started. So, how are you guys doing? What have you been playing this week? I feel like a lot of the news that's dominated hasn't really been about any new games coming out. It's just been about things that are upcoming or announced recently. Like, well, there was a state of play for Ghost of Yotei, but I didn't watch it because I still haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, which is on the list. Don't worry. Maybe the next time, I don't know. Is it on sale anywhere right now? I have such a backlog. I don't worry about getting games until they're on sale. So, Ghosts of Tsushima. That's not how you spell it. Tsushima. Director's cut? Sure. How much is it? Currently, it's the best price you can find is $61. Really? What's the all-time low? 44. It's not bad. I'll wait. I do have... Oh, shit. You know what I forgot about? Sifu. I actually have that now. I got that for free from Epic on one of their giveaways. Same as Death Stranding. I've never actually... I've collected games from the Epic Game Store for free, but I've never actually used it. I don't even have the launcher installed on my computer. It's just it's like a separate secondary backlog in addition to Steam and GOG. I was playing the Fumes demo yesterday because just for nostalgia's sake. They removed quite a bit of stuff from the Fumes demo, which is fine. I'm totally okay with it. I actually thought when I played it first, like about, I don't know, a year ago or so, maybe a little under a year ago, that it was too much demo. And now that I've coined this phrase mentally in my head with reference to demos being too big, you don't want your customers just filling up on bread. So I understand why they cut certain things out, but they also added some other stuff in. Different types of quests that you can do, where you have to either protect a transporter from bogeys, or you have to take one out. Well, not really take one out, but you have to seize one, which means you have to destroy all of the surrounding guards. I mean, they functionally, they're the same. You're either defending one by destroying everything that's attacking you, or you're taking one over by destroying everything that's attacking you. So it's really not that different. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to switch over to the game screen. Eventually. There we go. So we're going to start a new campaign. And part of the reason this game has been on my mind lately is because I played the Cleared Hot demo a few weeks ago. Cleared Hot is another helicopter, isometric helicopter combat, vehicle combat game. But it's a demo. The full version hasn't come out yet. And when is the release date for that? I can never keep these things on track. Cleared Hot. Does it have a release date? Sometime this year. So sometime between tomorrow and the end of 2025. Not very specific, but it should be coming out this year, and I will be all over that game when it does. But if you wanted to play that style of game, but something that's actually complete and ready to go, MEGACOPTER is what you're looking for. Similar style of gameplay, but does things a little bit different. It's got things that Cleared Hot doesn't have, but Cleared Hot has things that this game doesn't have. But the gameplay is, like, as far as actually the combat itself is very similar. Let me just make sure I got everything ready. I did say though when I made a little short about Cleared Hot, and I referenced MEGACOPTER, and I said if you like the similar gameplay but you don't mind that the story is batshit crazy, go check out MEGACOPTER, and you'll see why. I had no idea, actually, when I first played the demo. I had no idea. I didn't know anything about the story. I just downloaded it because I saw it and I thought, ooh, that looks like Jungle Strike, or that looks like Desert Strike. I'm gonna be all over that. Didn't stop to actually read anything about the story. And it's something else. I'm gonna stop talking about it and I'll just show you. So there's two difficulty modes for this. There's like casual, which is easy, and normal. I really wish that there was a harder difficulty for this game, but unfortunately there isn't. Let's get into it. Wait, hang on a second. This isn't the start. Hang on. Because there's a starting scene. Corporal Jack Copter, reporting for duty.
At ease, Jack. Duty is for soldiers. This unit isn't about duty. It's about a pure thirst for blood.
I'm only here because of, that thing that happened during my last deployment.
I heard about the incident, and I'm impressed. I can smell it, killer. I know you have what it takes. Welcome to MEGACOPTER.
You asked for me, sir?
It's time for your first training mission, Jack. Use the mission map to select the next mission.
Okay, so this is just a tutorial. We'll try to get through this as quick as possible. Learn basic controls. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Time to show me those piloting skills, Jack. Fly to that waypoint over there.
Done.
Now use the crane to pick up the armor crate.
Next.
Beginner's luck. Pick up those 2 ammo crates next.
Which ammo crates? These ones? And this one? Yeah.
This lesson won't be as easy, son. We're doing target practice. Destroy 10 barrels on the shooting range by the old red barn.
No problem. Here I go.
All right. So, you see these, we got a few different targeting reticles here. The circle one that's aimed at the ground is for ground fire with the left mouse button. Then there's the circles, those little white circles, and that's for air combat. So if you right mouse click, that's where you're going to fire. That's where you're aiming at air targets.
Oh my God, what have I done?
You blew up a barn.
Ha! Whoops. I thought those barrels were empty. We've rigged up some captured recon drones for air-to-air target practice. Destroy 2 of those drones, Jack, to prove your air attack training. Nice aim, Jack. Knew you'd put those defenseless drones in their place.
Thank you, sir.
That's it for today, Jack. Use the helipad for a smooth landing.
I'm an overachiever, though. Let's destroy all the drones. All right. Easy peasy.
We had some suspicious activity reported outside of town, near Old Bobo's gas station. For your first real mission, you must fly over there and investigate. You'll find the new location on the computer map.
Ancient enemies. Jack makes contact with an ancient enemy. Lunch.
Enemy forces have been reported northeast of your position. Locate them and report.
Northeast, huh? That sounds like it's up here. Who dat?
My God, no.
Sir?
Jack, waste them. Good shooting, Jack. It looks like they were protecting that surveillance building. Fly near it and use your crane to capture it. Stay near the surveillance building to complete the capture.
So when we try to capture stuff, it'll be like a little circle that you have to stay within, otherwise it fails. You gotta do it again. So you gotta stay in the circle to clear the area before you try to do this. Otherwise, guys will just be sitting outside here taking pot shots at you.
Hacking all the towers in your mission will reveal the entire map. Check your mission map to hunt down the remaining reptoids and clear the area.
Oh yeah, you can't collect coins at this point, because the way that you get upgrades with the megacopter, there's 2 different ways. There's 2 different forms of currency. One is tokens, pizza bear tokens, and I'm guessing that's related to, oh, what was the name? It's like the American, well, not an American version of Chuck E. Cheese, because you guys had Chuck E. Cheese too, but you also had the, what was the, shit, what's it called? Some sort of pizza bear place that you would go for kids' birthday parties. Can't remember. We also have different weapons here. We have missiles that we can use, but it's kind of a waste to use it on just regular troops like that. Usually you want to use those for armored targets.
Watch out. They have missiles.
And you can shoot them out of the sky. That's the one thing that this game has that Cleared Hot doesn't have. Well, not the one thing, it's one of the things. Of course, in Cleared Hot, you can take the missiles and you can grab them and swing them right back at the original targets, which is kind of fun, actually. It's hard to do, but it's fun. With these guys, if you get the right angle, you can just sit here and not move. Just fire at the air, fire at the ground, fire at the air until the missiles are gone and they're dead. Oh, reloading at the wrong time. Whoa. Explosive barrels. Oh, good. Everybody's dead. All right. Cool. I'm still trying to remember what the name is of that. Oh, Showbiz Pizza Bear. That's what it is. Showbiz Pizza was the name of that place, wasn't it? It was like a alternative to Chuck E. Cheese. I'm guessing that's what the well, you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute.
You're living on borrowed time, humans. Bastards. This operation was centuries in the making. There's no hope.
Jack, I've heard enough. Execute that piece of shit.
Kill the talking lizard?
You heard me.
All right. There's nothing else to do here. Let's go home. Where's home? There's home. All right. Cool.
Sir, can I take a minute to process what just happened?
No. Let's get over to the operator's shop and reload our guns. You're going back in there.
Okay, we have $100.
Sup? So yeah, we got like bigger and better guns, helicopter upgrades, you know, whatever and stuff. You take plastic?
Read the sign. Pizza Bear tokens only. That's the reference.
I guess that makes sense. Stable currency. Better than bottle caps.
I'll spot you a few tokens. No ice cream, though.
Whatever.
All right. So, we could buy armor. Not really much we can buy with only 100 tokens. Bigger magazine, faster fire rate. Faster fire rate. We want to kill things faster.
Next, check out the armory where you can change up your loadout.
So yeah, you can choose which weapons you use.
As you obtain new weapons and abilities, they can be equipped here.
Which, yeah, all we have is rockets and guns.
We have to hurry. 2 Reploid tanks have moved into the old downtown.
You thought it was weird at the beginning.
Head out and be ready for hostiles.
Gets even weirder now.
Killing those reptoids felt good.
Oh, have I been saying reploids? Damn it.
Who said that?
Who said what?
Whoa. Sir, talking helicopter?
I see you two have met.
Don't worry. I'm easy to get along with, as long as I'm fed regularly.
What does that mean?
Blood, Jack. I need blood. If you kill a lot of people for me, you'll be glad you did. Don't, and you'll regret it.
Tell them about the Aztec Dodge.
I'm equipped with an Aztec Dodge that moves us rapidly through the air. Fast enough to dodge bullets, even. I can only do it once, and then I have to recharge. If you get me some more blood, that could change. And Megacopter's actually that thing. So yeah. Now we should be able to find tokens. There we go, there's some. Whoa. So Aztec Dodge is basically just allows you to do that, which is great if you need to get through a line of fire without taking damage. And it does take a while to recharge, so you can use it again. So unfortunately, you can't spam it. Well, there's a tank. Let's get our missiles out and one down. Whoa. It's so easy to find yourself getting surrounded by enemies in this game. Okay, one down. And let's get all the tokens we can, because we're going to need that money for upgrades. Ow. So you can pick these up. There's not too many things you can pick up, though. Like in Cleared Hot, you can pick up pretty much anything that isn't nailed down, which gives you a lot more options for killing things, that's for sure. Not only that, but Cleared Hot has voice acting, which was surprising. I actually wasn't expecting that. Didn't need it. Honestly, I mean, I would have been fine without it. But since it's there, I was kind of like, okay, this is a welcome surprise. Because it wasn't bad, actually. It was pretty good. Okay, so when you get that notification that reinforcements are coming, it basically means that new enemies are going to be spawning at certain points on the map. It's not really that big of a deal. It's not like a massive influx. It just means that there's always going to be bad guys on the board somewhere. It becomes a little bit hairier later on when you get into the different regions. Because later on there's some air units that show up that just, they're such a bitch to deal with. No, no, no. Bad time to reload. Maybe you don't have to take out the rockets or the missiles like that. You can just dodge them and eventually they'll blow up. They last a lot longer than the ones in Cleared Hot though. Money? No. That sucks. Where did these guys come from? Alright, let's unlock more of the... Whoa! Unlock more of the map. Okay. It's another radar extension right here. Maximum radar. Okay, so we've explored this part of the map, and we have our target.
Excellent work. You've destroyed their tank forces. Proceed to the landing zone.
Well, in a minute. Want to explore and find any other possible money I can get. Oh, you bitch. See, that guy just walked in off the edge of the map, so he's one of those reinforcements. So when you think you've cleared an area and you look around and all of a sudden you see more guys, those are the reinforcements. If I make this look easy, it's because I've played the crap out of this game. Because I like it. Best, like, I don't know, 20 bucks I think I've ever spent. Well, maybe not the best, but definitely feel like I got my money's worth. And ultimately, I mean, that's one of the things I really want when I buy a game, is I want to feel like I got value for my money. I'm sorry, but like spending 80 bucks on a game means that that game has to be very, very good for me to feel like I got my money's worth. And because I have a sort of trust issues with that, it means that's why I don't buy brand new AAA games. Even if I had like unlimited money, if I had an unlimited money cheat, I still wouldn't. Because it's the principle of the thing. I think I got everything. Where did you come from? Oh, wait, nope, it's this way. Okay. Not bad. $600 means we can buy ourselves a few upgrades.
Hold up, sir. My stomach is still back there somewhere.
Slurp. Yum.
Nothing like the first time. Now I'm going to let you in on an old military tradition. Pizza party.
Now, I've never been part of any armed forces, but tell me, is that a military tradition? Are pizza parties military tradition? I really don't know. I kind of hope they are, because I think that's funny. Okay, yummy water. Wait! I have a 2-for-1 Pizza Bear coupon.
Who are you? And how did you get past security?
I'm Megan Proctor, independent journalist and vlogger.
Ugh.
I've been following the reptilian story for a few weeks, and I think I can help.
Okay, give Jack the coupons and we'll get into the details later. I'm starved.
He's just okay with it. Make mine extra cheese and anchovies. Ugh. Actually, that's not true. Actually, you've had anchovies on pizza once. And it was my wife that suggested it. Because apparently her grandmother used to, when she made pizza, she would put anchovies on them. And it was pretty good. It's salty. It's salty as hell. And I'll never forget Inky's reaction the first time we brought a pizza home that had anchovies on it. And he never really cares when we bring pizza home. He's not... There's some cats that are like always up in your business whenever you have any sort of new food. And they want to eat it, they want to sniff it, whatever. He's not like that. The only thing that he likes that I will eat is tuna. Anything else he doesn't care. Occasionally peanut butter, which is weird. But he just, as soon as that pizza came through the door, his eyes would not leave the box. He would track it wherever you put it. And as soon as it was down on some sort of surface, when it was down on the table, he would inch towards it. He would climb up and he would just, his nose would be right in that box wanting to know what is that intoxicating, delicious smell. I'm sorry. Part of why I've had such a shit week this week is because he's on his last legs. My Yankee boy he's 16 years old. He's going to be 17 in October, but it's likely that he won't make it that long. He's an older cat, obviously. I mean, 16 is a good age for a cat, and he's a black cat, which means that he probably would have wound up destroyed, unfortunately, if we hadn't adopted him. So there's so many things that remind me of that cat. And he's up here with me, but he's over in the where are you, buddy? He's over in the East Wing. he's on pain medication now because he's been dropping a lot of weight lately. And when we put him on, today was the first day of putting him on pain medication, and he actually did eat, but he's just not himself. He's drunk. He looks like he's really, really drunk without the fun part of being drunk, you know? Let's get some armor upgrades, because this game is going to get harder and we're going to take more shots. We'll make ourselves faster. Even more armor. Wait, what's this one again? No, those are locked. Yeah, more armor. So my buddy boy is not doing so great. Because he's only eating when he seems to be on pain medication, and he's already got kidney issues, which being on that kind of medication for too long is just going to damage his kidneys further. So the end is coming for him, and I don't know. It sucks. That's all I can say is it sucks. Anyway, let's go have some pizza. Hold your anchovies. We have intel that a huge enemy strike is coming to the Pizza Bear.
It appears our pizza party has turned into a bloodbath. God, I love it when that happens.
Bloodbath. Mind if I invite some friends? Oh, great. I don't know how to say these. It's too many consonants. I'll just call this guy X.
You called?
Hey, guys, you won't believe it. These nerds are having a bloodbath.
When?
Right now. Alright, so we've got to save the Pizza Bear, which is... Oh. So this is a defense mission. Ow. Poorly timed reloads. So we have to try and prepare as best we can for the enemies that are coming, which is a great thing that we can pick up these explodey barrels and put them at strategic locations.
Hey, room for one more?
Suffering from blood FOMO?
No, I'm here for the fire. Okay, and the blood too.
See what I mean by batshit insane story? This is what I'm talking about. Okay, next wave's coming. Coming where? Where are you guys coming from? Okay, let's check on... Whoa. Is it just those two locations? Right. Okay, first wave down. Need more barrels. Okay, so we're fully loaded with missiles, so I can use those too. Next wave will be here soon. They also come from this area as well. I don't see them. Oh, shit. Ow. Oh no. That one was close. I mean, that pizza bear takes a lot of damage, so I'm not overly concerned if it takes some hits. But it's a point of pride. I don't want it to. Okay, we'll leave that there. Move you. Who would want to hurt the pizza bear? I'm not going to ask why there's exploding barrels on top of buildings, but there are, for reasons. Oh. Oh, this must be where their spawn point is. Oh boy, these guys got close. A fucking tank. Oh. Took a while for it to actually take some damage. I guess I should be proud of that, but it's really hard to do this mission without it taking any damage. You gotta be on top of everything. Ow. Okay. Ah, it's actually pretty close, because that's the end of the mission. But before we close it off, I want to look for money. Okay, that's the edge of the map there. No money there. I did see some crates over here. Thank you. Alright, did we get everything? No. Let's do a quick final check. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, let's get some more upgrades.
Think your friends can join us from now on?
The X. Sorry. I used to know how to say this, but because it's something I don't encounter very often, I completely forgot. They're cool, but I want the enemy blood for myself. I'll show you what I can really do soon. For now, go and visit my altar. Oh yeah, she's got an altar. Welcome to my altar of sacrifice. Was that just there the whole time? I have a bit of a cult following these days. If you find one of my cultists on your mission, bring me their heart. They're attracted to my presence, so expect to see them soon.
What? Killing civilians?
Sacrificing their hearts to me will unlock more of my power. You won't regret it, Jack. Okay. So, let's unlock... Speed. Faster bullets is nice. Unlock... Oh, shit. I don't have enough money. Nah. Okay.
The next let's try this again. The next reptilian attack could come from anywhere. We need more intel.
If you want intel, you need a real street guy. We should make contact with Hobo Jones.
Jones. I hate that guy.
It's our best chance, sir. I don't know anything about him, but I'm assuming that lady's right.
Enlist help from a local legend. Okay, Jack. Let's try to make contact with Jones. You have my support. Okay. Let's get some missiles. Grab these while we're here. What were you guys guarding? Just an armor upgrade? Or don't need any more missiles. There's Hobo Jones.
The only people who come down here are people trying to disappear. What are you running from, Chopper Man? I'm not running from anything, Hobo. I'm looking for intel on the Reptoid attacks. What's Papa Cheese's pizza putting in that hot cheese? This cheese is slowing my roll. I want it gone. You got that, Chopper Man? Avoid those drones. They ain't delivering pizzas.
Alert level also increases from detection by sentry drones. Your alert level goes up anyway, so don't worry about it too much. Like, I don't see anything, and you can see that it's starting to creep up a little bit. And this building, if you've ever played an RTS, is a barracks, because it just pumps out these low-level reptoid riflemen. Which can come in handy later on for something else. I'll explain if we get that far. I don't know if we will. So we have to destroy 3 pizzerias, 3 rival pizzerias. Because ultimately, this game is about cheese. Ow. Didn't see that coming. Oh boy. Oh, there's actually 2 guys there. They're right on top of each other. Dealing with 3 missile guys at the same time is a little bit of a pain. Oh. And these pizza containers are explosive as well. So in addition to explosive barrels, you also have exploding cheese containers. There's a pop of cheese. Fuck off. Where the hell? Oh, there's another barracks. One down. Okay, cool. Let's grab some missiles and carry on. Oh, must have missed this before. Okay. Ooh. Oh boy. Okay, so let's take this thing out first, and then just slowly ease in. Actually, let's take this thing up first. And do a little bit of cleanup, and then we can get our Pizza Bear tokens. Right on. Oh. All right. Oh, here we go. There's one of my followers. I need his heart. His sacrifice will unlock more of my power. Hold on. I think I know that guy. His name is, Greg something? What an asshole.
Huh? Should we really be sacrificing him?
Probably unethical, but also, he deserves it. Okay, I'm convinced. Hey, Loki, how's it going, man? You actually said hi for a change instead of just launching right into conversation. Are you feeling okay? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't provide you with a good, with any good material. Really, with this game, I find that hard to believe. This game is, well, then again, this game is weird enough as it is. Whoa. Okay, that tank is a problem. We must deal with it. Whoa. Playing Cleared Hot a few weeks ago just brought this game back to my to the forefront of my mind, and I just enjoy playing it so much. I figured, you know what? After the week I've had, I'm gonna make this a comfort game. What's going on in Airwolf? It really does look like Airwolf, doesn't it? I was actually thinking that like a minute ago as I was flying by, and it was just in profile like this. I'm like, that really does look like Airwolf. Well, right now we have to destroy rival pizzerias called Papa Cheese because a hobo named Hobo Jones told us to, in order for us to get information on these two-legged humanoid reptilians that are trying to take over the world. It's all very clear. Oh, and earlier there were some Aztec statues that came to our defense to defend a pizza bear, which I'm guessing is influenced by like Showbiz Pizza. And they breathe fire. And yeah, apparently it's also a military tradition to have pizza parties, which may or may not be true. I love this game, but the story is goofy as hell. Mamma mia, indeed. Well, because there's Aztecs involved, Aztec culture or mythology involved. What would the Spanish version of Mamma Mia be? Help me out here. I need to know for reasons. Mamacita? Okay. There is no occurrence of that at all in the script for this game. Should have been. Chalk that up to an oversight. Oh boy. Oh, 2 barracks. Forgot to do... Oh, well, you could just hop onto the YouTube side and not worry about, well, Twitch ads. I just love how responsive the controls in this game are. And that's one of the reasons I really enjoyed MEGACOPTER, is that it's... The gameplay is just so much fun. The movement is so fluid. Yeah. Whoa, that's a bad idea. It's not a perfect game, though. I'll be the first to say that. It's got some issues. Not significant ones, though.
There, we did it. Okay, Jones, I guess we're even. Jones? Jonesy there? Take that, reptilian! Hiya!
Return to base, Jack. He's not our problem.
Negative. I have to go help Jones.
That's an order.
Click.
We must go help the Hobo Jones. But I don't want to leave this unfinished. Come on. There we go. Where's Basketball Jones? Oh, yeah, he's down here. But, because he's not in any actual danger, like there's no ticking clock here, I'm just going to grab all the money I can. Well, I was saying, you could just hop over to the YouTube side since I'm streaming on both. Oh yeah, and occasionally you find people that offer themselves up as human sacrifices to the MEGACOPTER. Ow. And they all happen to be guys named Greg. Oh, no worries, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate the sub, but at the same time, I will never ask people to sub. So long, Greg. Just that out of place, unnecessarily gruesome animation just gets me every time. Yeah, let's take some health. Did we get all the coins that we could get? No, we've got some up here. Because I can't remember if the mission ends right after you rescue him, so you may not have a chance to get all of that. This otherwise wholesome game. Oh, yeah. We're not killing reptoids. We're liberating them from their tortured experience. This is a game about mercy. Although it's the one thing that drives me nuts and has been weirding me out the entire time that I've been playing this is I keep wanting to call them reploids. But they're not reploids. They're reptoids.
trying to feed him pizza.
Megacopter Man X. That just rolls right off the tongue, actually. All right, land at the helipad. Did we get all the monies? Did we? Because I didn't get all of the radars, so I just want to check. Yeah, I think we did. We're probably good. All right. Hey, not bad.
That was reckless, Jack. You disobeyed a direct order.
Jones helped us. I'm willing to accept the consequences.
In the end, he didn't even help us. We're back to square one.
Jones has given us a clue. Papa Cheese. There's been a lot of chatter online about their new product, hot cheese.
I've heard of that. It's supposed to be so addictive. Also, apparently, highly explosive.
Oh, it's like non-dairy creamer, which is highly flammable. Remember watching an episode of Mythbusters about that, where they actually tested it out and had these huge plumes of fire because they had these massive quantities of non-dairy based creamer, like the powdered stuff, and it is incredibly flammable. I don't think it's related, but just wanted to add in that little tidbit.
Same.
We need to hack into the Papa Cheese servers to find out if there's a link between hot cheese and the Reptoid army. You shoot, I'll snoop. Okay. Thanks, Lois. Hey, nerd, you have unused hearts. Go get some upgrades at the altar. Okay. So now we've got 2 hearts. Unlock an Aztec sacrifice. They're powered by blood orbs on the battlefield. So, what can we do here? We can't unlock either of these. Why? Satisfy at least one of requires Blades of the Goddess or Protection Orb. Blades of the Goddess or Protection Orb. Okay, so Protection Orb just creates a shield around Megacopter. Blades of the Goddess consume blood orbs to deal area damage. Okay. So which one do I want? Area damage or shield? I'm going to go with Protective Orb. I don't usually use this one. Gross. So now we can unlock this. Soul Feast. Feed on biological enemy souls to recharge armor when it is very low. So you remember earlier I was talking about the barracks and how they're just constantly putting out those shitty little Reptoid riflemen? If you find one and your health is really low, you can just hover around that and just shoot them all up, and eventually you'll get your health up to 45%, because there's another upgrade that changes the maximum you can use the Soul Feast on. The maximum that you can use the Soul Feast that you're eligible for, up to 45%. So it's another way of, in case you've used all of the armor power-ups in the field. So, Blood Orb capacity. Blood Frenzy. This is fun, because certain enemies will drop randomly blood orbs after you kill them, and there's a little sound cue that you hear when that happens. And when you pick one up, it gives you a higher rate of fire and allows you to move a lot faster. How do we want to use this? We don't need the capacity yet. Faster recharge. Let's go with Blood Frenzy. Blood Frenzy's fun. You don't have to trigger it either. It just works. Okay. Yeah, I want lasers now. I want frickin' laser beams. Extra on start. Extra capacity. Longer duration. And a longer range. Why not? Let's splurge. Equip extra second weapon. Cool. So now we can equip... We've got our chain gun, we've got our rockets, and we've got our energy beam. Alright, cool. We are loaded for bear. Ah, it's boss time. Confront a powerful reptoid force. Let's go.
Find and hack all the Reptoid server buildings. Then we can uncover what they're hiding here.
Let's uncover the map. What's up here? Whoa. Yeah, so this... Oh, right. Okay. Eventually... I'm not going to get it now because I'm just going to take too much damage trying to. Eventually, you won't even need to pick them up. They'll just float towards you. No, not the right... I didn't mean to get that. So we got slightly higher rate of fire. Eventually that gets upgraded if you spend the hearts on it. And it lasts longer too. Okay. Whoa, gotta stay in the circle. Almost forgot that. So I equipped the lasers, which are great for armored targets as well. Well, it's actually great for both. Okay. Whoa. All right, let's try it out. Yep, that works pretty well. Oh, I have to be in here? Ow. Not doing so great on this playthrough. Let's calm down, slow down, stop being so reckless. We're gonna need that. And okay. Bye, Felicia. Or Greg. Oh, wait. I did not mean to use the laser. So the blood orbs that you pick up also charge those other abilities, like the shield, and later on an even better ability where you fire basically a cruise missile. Whoa.
Blow up that building, then use your crane to hack it.
Sure thing, boss. I gotta kill these guys first. Whoa, that was close. Is there a barracks around here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Like, where are all these guys coming from? And that's where. Another one? Or, of course. So Loki, man, what are you playing lately? I don't think I've asked you that for a while. What games are you currently playing? All right, now we hack, because apparently that's how hacking works. Okay, one building down. Oh, there's a radar spot over here. Noisy ass motorcycle, sorry about that. I have no control over what drives past my window. As long as he's not doing it at 3 a.m., I don't really care that much. Oh, I'm already out of missiles. Shit. Five things. Hang on a second. Let me just deal with this dude, and then I'll read the rest of your comment. AC Shadows replaying Resident Evil 4 Remake. Oh, I didn't know you were a horror guy. Replaying the first Bayonetta. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. And TDU Solar Crown. I've never heard of that one. So, I know why I play multiple games at once. It's because I just like having something different for different moods. Is that the same reason you are, or do you have different reasons? Oh, Test Drive! Oh, shit, I remember Test Drive. That's an old franchise. Like, that's... Hang on a second. Test Drive's been around for, it feels like forever. The first one, oh yeah, because the first one came out in '87. Holy shit. Followed by several sequels and spin-offs, the latest of which was released in 2024. Solar Crown. How did I not hear about this? Man, like, there's so many games out there. There's so many that I haven't heard about. And every time I think about that, every time I have that thought, I'm like, I'm thinking about all the people that think, oh man, there's not enough games to play. Really? How can you possibly think that? Either you have more time than there are hours in the day to play all of the games in the world, or you've got kind of a narrow scope. And also had a bad launch, but they fixed it. This seems par for the course. You know, lately, I just felt like playing a game where I just drive around. Just drive around. Not do anything specific, not run over people or anything like that. I just want to drive a car. Not race, just drive. That's all. And I was looking for a couple of games. I was looking at a couple of games that promised that sort of thing. One of them was Beam.ng, and city car driving that actually look kind of promising, but I haven't spoken to anybody that's had any first-hand experience with either one of those. They're just driving simulators, which I really, really wish was integrated with a game like Car Mechanic Sim, where you could fix up a car and then just drive it around for fun. Because I actually find the act of driving to be rather relaxing. It's just the people that I share the road with that stress the shit out of me. Not many games that have driving that also aren't racing. Not many, no, but there are a couple. The two that I mentioned are billed as driving simulators. I don't know if racing is part of it. I don't think it is for city car driving. I'm not sure about beam.ng. But at some point, when I feel like pulling the trigger on them, I'm probably going to stream them. The only thing is, I really wish I had a racing wheel. But I don't play enough driving games that necessitates having one. Of course, I'd probably better do better in Farming Simulator if I had one. Well, I'd probably do better in just generally any racing game if I had one. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just a bad driver when it comes to playing games. Definitely bad with motorcycles. That's why I'll never drive a motorcycle in real life. Because of how I do in games like GTA and Sleeping Dogs and stuff like that. Tell you what I wouldn't do, though, is I wouldn't be like a lot of the people that I see driving motorcycles where I'm just weaving in and out of traffic and driving like a reckless moron. I'd hope you were a better driver in real life than you are in games. I am. I could say that with certainty. Because I've seen how I play in... I've seen how I play games. I'm not nearly that bad in real life. But I've never actually played a game that has driving while using a driving wheel. That would be fun. That would be interesting. I don't know. Prime Days are on right now. Maybe I can find a steering, like a racing wheel for cheap. I've just never understood why they have to be so large. It seems to me, and maybe I'm ignorant, well, I probably am ignorant of this, but I just never understood why you can't have something the size of a controller, like a regular DualShock controller or an Xbox controller, that actually has a small steering wheel on it that I can use with just my thumbs. I've seen some 3D printed doohickeys that people have put together that allow you to do that. But I don't understand why you can't buy one without having a 3D printer or without having someone make it for you. Just seems silly, but I don't know. Have at arcades, but never at home. The mechanical transference to digital would be my guess. It's harder the larger a thing is, maybe. But then you can tweak the sensitivity based around that. I mean, I feel like there's a solution somewhere. I don't know. Again, this may just be my ignorance at play, but I just don't get it.
Reporting off the chart's energy readings over here.
I read you. We will triangulate it.
Okay.
We've located the source, marking it on your map. Go see if there's anything unusual.
There's our big bad. Which means we got a boss fight coming, and which also means we have to get ourselves fully loaded and prepared before we get there. Because it's going to lock off a certain part of the screen And we can't have that. I gotta get my missiles. And there's 3 up here. But I hear what you're saying about mechanical transference. But again, like I said, I feel like that's something that could be adjusted with sensitivity. I don't know. Maybe you need to talk to an engineer. Have them explain it to me like I'm 5 years old. Maybe then I'll get it. Maybe. Okay, we're fully loaded weapon-wise because we don't have any... I can't remember what it's called. The blue weapon. I don't actually have that, so I don't need to worry about ammo there. All right, let's go meet Mr. Bill.
Is that unusual enough for you? What are you laughing at, Brainiac?
Oh, I try to explain it to you, but how can I put this? Someone of your brain size just wouldn't understand.
Okay. Shh, don't tell them. This guy's not terribly hard. He takes a lot of damage. And these things he summons, if you get anywhere near them, they just start to sap all your energy. So you blast them from a distance. But those little red probe things will just track you down and... uh-oh. And just ram right into you.
How's that for funny, nerd?
I don't know. I need to stop for a second and ask my brain.
For all the games I play, I remain purposefully ignorant of how they work. Well, it doesn't really affect you enjoying them, does it? Oh, that laser really does a lot of damage. These pains in the butt. Can take them out from a distance though, but as soon as they get their laser targeted on you, you gotta move. Oh. Oh shit. That's not a good place to be. Neither's this. I'm gonna stick over to this corner here. Ow. Rate of fire increase? Sure. There we go.
That looks like one hell of a headache.
Not say. Can't think of no smart words come.
Good work, Jack. I'm downloading his data from the Brain Matrix now. How do you know how to do that? You're a vlogger.
My data
No take. They not even own ideas. Just holding for Master J. Who is this Master J? Tell me now. No thinky, no talky. Brain bug go bye-bye now. Good night.
I actually thought that was a little clever when you're playing this, because he comes off as being so much smarter than you, and then as you do damage to him, he gets dumber and dumber and dumber. Oh, okay, that's a nice touch. Good night. So yeah, the mission ends as soon as the bosses are done, so make sure you get everything you need before you kill the boss.
Master J. Who is Master J? Is that some kind of clue? The data I retrieved from the Brainiac is inconclusive. I'm seeing a lot of activity in the desert. I wonder if this is connected to that oil well explosion in the news. The Joker. Mr. J.
Every time I see Mr. J like that, I always... Arlene Sorkin's voice is in my head. Rest in peace, actually. Shit, I forgot she's dead.
J stands for just... J stands for just go to the desert and blow the shit out of them.
Okay. Sure thing, boss man. Spirit Flares, Realm Phase. Invincible for 1 second after using Spirit Flares. Never use these. Flare countermeasures summoned from another realm explode missiles. Okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, Soul Feast. Yeah, so we need more blood orbs. Need to be able to hold more. Wait. X-Missile. I don't know how to say that. Guided missile from the Aztec Red Realm. Huge fireball explosion. Yes, I want this.
More speed. More armor. More... Not more oh yeah, more faster bullets. And now we're on to our second biome, the desert, which actually has the hardest boss in the game. Believe it or not. The hardest boss in the game, to me anyway, my opinion, is the second boss. I don't know if we're going to get to her on this stream, but give it my best. Now we've got turrets. Okay. I'd probably get through these missions faster if I didn't try to uncover every single square inch of these maps.
It looks like it's latched on to the well. What the hell is it?
I don't know, sir, but I'm feeling kind of shooty. Let's take it out.
Ooh, blood orb. Oh shit, I didn't... I bought the missile, but I didn't arm it. I didn't add it to my loadout. Oh well. Oh, this takes forever with just bullets. Alright, one down. Okay. It's a big map, too. Oh, okay. And we've got a tank, too. That creates a lot more problems. All right. Oh, wait. Gotta stay in the circle. I'm going to try to get through these with a little bit more urgency. Instead of just using bullets to try and kill everything, to save my ammo for something that I will never use it for, because I have that bad habit of just holding on to ammo for no reason. It's this weird habit I picked up of just trying to beat the game without using any of the limited ammo available. I'll try and stick with what's most abundant because I have this weird kind of almost anxiety about running out of it, about becoming reliant on it, and then when I actually need it, it's not there. It's silly, I know, but it's a hard habit to break. I see it when I play games like Mega Man, where I have all these special. You have for every single weapon that you collect, you have all of the weapon energy associated with that weapon. And it's like, well, what if I run out and I really need it? I don't really quite get it. Common amongst gamers, I might need it later. Oh yeah, like ending the game with 1,000,000 health potions. And it frustrates me, but I like it when developers actually give weight, like actual physical weight, like a carry limit, and to those, because it forces you to decide whether or not you're going to hold on to them. Because you can't hold on to everything. You got to sacrifice something. You got to make that difficult decision. It doesn't say, the game doesn't necessarily tell you can only hold this many. It's just like you can hold as many as you want, but you can't hold as many of the other things that you need. So it's like how I try to, in a way, it's kind of how I parent one of my kids, because one of my kids has a problem with letting go of old toys. All right? So what we tell her to do is you can hold on to all the toys that you want, but at a certain point, you can't have any new toys without giving something up. And that's it. We just leave it at that and let her make the decision. Because we know she's going to want new toys. Eventually, she's going to get to a point where she has to make the difficult decision. But because she's making that decision on her own, it's more likely that it's going to stick. If we just force her... Sorry about that. If we just make the decision for her, number one, she'll resent it, which means she's not likely to learn that lesson. And number two, she won't have to actually go through the growth needed to overcome that problem. I don't know how I go from talking about games to talking about parenting. Sometimes the leaps that your brain makes are kind of interesting. What you associate with other things is interesting. Game development and parenting. I never really thought those would go hand in hand.
Your parents sold your toys while you were away once? No shit.
That's... Oh, man, that fucking sucks. I had, Okay, so you might laugh at this. Bear in mind I was a dumb kid. But I used to have this very active imagination when I played with my Legos. And one time I had various Lego sets that I'd cobbled together, and I was just making my own sort of story about this war that was going on between my different Lego men from different Lego sets. And because I was going for realism, I wanted this battle to be fucking bloody. So, being a kid, what do you use? What do you use to simulate blood? Ketchup. Why the hell not? So I'm thinking about it now, and I can't imagine how that must have appeared to my mother. Coming into my room one day and just looking on my desk where there's this mass of disembodied Lego parts and ketchup all over the fucking place. So when I came home from school one day, she threw out all my Lego. Yeah, I was really upset about that. I mean, I feel like you could have easily just dealt with that. I could just force me to deal with that by putting all of my Lego in hot water until the ketchup basically came off. But no, I guess it was just easier to throw it all out without even asking me about it. Just did that arbitrarily, unilaterally, and yeah, which is a shame. I love that Lego. I've been collecting that Lego since I was 5 years old. I got it the same year I got my Nintendo. Same Christmas, I got Lego and a Nintendo. I was happier about the Nintendo. Or sorry, no, that's not true. I said that wrong. I was happier about the Lego till I realized what I could do with the Nintendo. But they were both these wonderful escapes, you know, and I needed that. So when I come home and I find out that all my Lego has been thrown out, and later on she sold my... Actually, no, she didn't sell my Nintendo. She gave it away to somebody. She gave it away to one of her friends without even fucking talking to me about it. Not even sitting me down and saying, hey, listen, you have this Nintendo, you have the Super Nintendo, but these people don't have anything. Would it be okay with you if we gave it away to them? Or you could even play with them. You could show them how it works, you know? You could introduce them to everything. I mean, I can't really say how I would have responded, but would it have been better than just finding out that all of my shit was just given away and I had absolutely no say over it? Probably. But yeah, this is just one of life's disappointments, I guess. Never did that, but you get it? Yeah. I mean, I had a very active imagination.
I wanted to be a filmmaker.
Not really.
I needed prop blood.
Honestly, though, when I came up with the idea of using ketchup, and I actually started doing it, I thought, holy shit, this is great. This is fantastic. This is such a good idea. Whoa. No, you don't. By the time I moved on from toys to games, I took better care of them than I did my toys. The point they tried to instill in me was that these things have value. Looking at it now, do you think that they taught that lesson well? Did you feel like after hearing that you understood why they did what they did? Because I never got an explanation for me, I never got an explanation for why any of my stuff was given away or thrown out or whatever. It was just they decided I didn't need this anymore. And that was that. To me, yes, my brothers never took care of their shit. One of my brothers would never put CD back in a case and just stack. Oh, I hate that. My brother did that with CDs too. Never understood why. He thought they were invincible. I remember one time he had the Mission Impossible soundtrack on CD. And one time comes storming up to my room and he's like, "What'd you do to my Mission Impossible soundtrack?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? I didn't do anything to it." It's like, "It doesn't work anymore." I'm like, and I looked at it, and I knew something about CDs at the time. I knew that you generally needed to avoid scratching the shit out of them. More the top than the bottom. The bottom actually could withstand more abuse than the top could. And I looked at him and I said, "Look at your CD, man. It's all scratched up. What the hell did you do to it?" He's like, "I didn't do anything to it." And he just would not stop accusing me of it. I'm like, "I didn't do anything. Leave me alone. Get the fuck out of here." I think after that he started to take better care of his shit. Whoa, easy there. How many brothers did you have? 1, 2? I only had one older brother. And that was more than enough. Oh, you were the oldest. Oh. Oh, shit. I just took a lot of damage from that. Damn it. Oh, that's Greg McMurphy. Algebra 2. Gave me an F.
Do you think he'd want to be sacrificed?
Maybe. Definitely. Let's kill Greg. I was the youngest of 3. Yeah, it was a real treat. One thing I learned, though, I mean, because it's funny, you know how there's always this idea that you learn from your parents. You learn the lessons they teach you, but you also learn from their cautionary tales. And I feel like my parents were, well, my whole family is one big cautionary tale. But one thing I learned was never to have favorites. Never to choose a favorite kid and never make it obvious, even if you do. Both of my brothers have been guests on older episodes of the podcast. Oh, so you still get along with them then. Or you still in contact with them anyway. That's good. I have not seen nor heard from mine in over 10 years. shit. There's so much going on here. There's a tank and a turret. This sucks. They're both better at games than me, but don't play nearly as much as I do. They're both better than you? And you're willing to admit that? The only game that my brother was better than me at was Tetris. Like, he was incredibly good at Tetris. I couldn't get anywhere close to where he could. Every other game, though, that we had, I kicked his ass. And he did not like that. So many broken controllers. I hated playing games with him because it always filled me with this fear that at some point he's going to lose his shit and either take it out on me, take it out on the controller, take it out on furniture, take it out on the wall. Yeah. Eventually he just stopped playing whatever system we had. He'd stop playing entirely. Oh, the other game that he was better than me at was Warcraft. Actually, the original Warcraft. Oh, fucking hell! I hate those things. Okay, I need to find an armor power up. Then again, we found this delicate balance when he was playing Warcraft, where I was his man in the chair. So I'd sit beside him, and while he was doing all the building and base expansion and all that stuff, gathering resources, I was watching the mini-map and I was telling him what was going on. Be like, your enemy's attacking, you gotta go reinforce this, you gotta go send guys out here, or whatever. And that actually worked out really well, because we weren't in competition with each other, we were actually cooperating. The only way I could play a game with that guy without worrying that he was gonna get mad at me. I hate these things. So, okay, I'm going to explain a little bit about these pains in the ass. Ow, shit. First of all, they're basically just big long snakes, and if you come anywhere close to them, they start just leeching health from you. You have to destroy either the head of it, or any of the the head of it, or you have to whittle it down till there's only 4 segments of that snake left. And then the last one you destroy will kill the whole thing. Last game I played with one of my brothers was Elder Scrolls Online about 2 years ago. Never got into that, despite being a fan of the Elder Scrolls series. You still play it? Like, what did you think of it? Because I've heard good things about it. I've heard it was actually a pretty good MMO. I used to work with a guy that would swear by it. But I'm not a fan. Like I've explained before, I like games that end. It's fine, but like MMO is a time sink. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't expect that to be any different. I don't see myself ever getting involved in an MMO again. The only one I thought about playing for a little while was... Pardon me. Oh, shit. Was Eve. But I feel like that is an even bigger investment in time than something like WoW. Just based off of how granular it gets, how involved, how deep that game actually can get. Because I got enticed by the idea of these big fleet battles. And I thought, oh, that sounds really fun. But how much of the game is actually that? Strange sentence perhaps, but I don't have time to play big multiplayer games anymore, or things I can't readily pause. Oh, why? Do you have situational disabilities? Like children? Sorry, I couldn't resist. Oh, you never disappoint, man. I knew you'd get that reference. Yeah, she falls into that category of people I'd like to never hear about again. Fucking on Twitter, I added words to my filtered list of words I don't want to see anymore. I added James Gunn, and still hearing about Superman. Like, I don't want to hear about it anymore. I don't want to hear about that guy. I'm frustrated by this cult of personality with developers or directors or anything like that. Like, show me. I'm not going to automatically believe that anything that you come out with is good, because how can I? I just don't see how it's possible. Nobody bats for 1,000 forever. It only works for people you follow. I'd like to never hear from Pitchford or Drunkman again personally. I've managed to avoid anything specifically about Neil Druckmann. Although it seems like anytime you criticize anything Naughty Dog does, people automatically assume that you're on that bandwagon. I was having a very interesting discussion with someone on my YouTube comments about that. I'm trying to explain to them, like, I didn't mention Neil Druckmann because I know next to nothing about the guy. I'm aware of all of the controversy surrounding him and the things that he's done or whatever allegedly done, but that doesn't matter to me. I matter about what his products look like. I just can't understand why anybody would allow themselves to think that that anybody is impervious from creating something that flops. I know we all want to believe, and it's easier. Believe me, I understand that. It's easier to think that, hey, you know what? This guy's going to solidly deliver every single time. I get that. I would want to believe that too. I don't want to have to sit and be doubting the integrity of somebody's product every single time it comes out. I would love to just assume it's going to be an automatic hit. It would make my job so much easier. It would mean I don't have to be cynical. But unfortunately, I live in reality. And I do have to be cynical. We all should, to a degree. But yeah, would I love to believe that every movie that comes out is going to be great? Sure, absolutely. But even looking at casting for movies, you can't bank on that. You can't bank on it being good just based off of the cast. You can't. It was a movie that my wife and I were watching a couple months ago. Was Brothers, with Josh Brolin and Peter Dinklage. And I thought, okay, that's an interesting cast. I really like Josh Brolin. I like him in most of the things I've seen him in. Should be good, going by the casting. And I watched that movie. Well, no, actually, I didn't watch all of it. I shut it off. I was like, I hate this. I am not enjoying this, and I'm just waiting. I'm looking at my watch waiting for this to be over. And there's been so many times now where just looking at the casting, and that should get me excited about something. But it just doesn't happen anymore. Because a lot of times the writing isn't there. I don't want to be that way. I would love, like I said, I'd love to just be like, okay, this is going to be good. I'm going to enjoy it. Cool, let's go. Have my money, and I am sure I will be happy with this. But I'm not going to lower my standards just to accommodate that. And I don't think anybody should. And I wonder sometimes if people are even aware, if they are doing that, if they're even aware of it. I don't know. I mean, I'll never doubt a person's ability to put the wool over their own eyes. And I don't enjoy having those types of discussions where I have to ask somebody, are you aware that you're like this? Are you aware that you are just unfairly, potentially glazing something that you have no idea whether or not it's even going to be good? Because it's not a fun discussion to have. Because a lot of times people will feel threatened by that. And I don't want anybody to feel threatened by any part of a discussion I'm having with them. I just want to have a chat. I just want to talk. It's hard though. It's really challenging.
Great shot, kid. That should throw a wrench in their plans. Now, we just have to brace ourselves for ecological consequences of all these oil fires we just started.
And it seems like some people would rather just attack you than possibly challenge their own view on something. It's easier. It's easier to do. I get it. I mean, thinking differently, breaking through those mental barriers, those paradigms is not easy. But ultimately, I think it can be rewarding. Whoa. That's why I never argue personal taste. Yeah, that's true. Like, if someone says to me, this movie was just great. This is my personal favorite movie. Okay, cool. Absolutely. I can't argue with that. I don't know how you formed your opinion, but your opinion's your opinion. That's totally fine and valid. But if you're going to tell me this is a masterpiece, well, then you're making that statement as though everybody should believe it. That I have some issue with. I take exception to that. Did we get everything? Honestly, I was really not paying that much attention to this mission because I was just talking most of the time, which is probably why I took so many hits. And I think we're done. Yeah, like, take Superman, for example, just because it's in the public eye right now. If you say to me, Superman, I thought Superman was a really fun movie, it's my movie of the year, I mean, I might have some things to say about that statement, but if you think it's your favorite movie, who the hell am I to argue? But you tell me it's the best Superman movie ever, yeah, I'm going to disagree with you on that. And if you take that personally, well then, we're not going to have a good time.
Good work out there. A day without explosions is like a day with bees on your face.
Thanks. Looks like the whole oil drilling operation was wiped out to make way for these eggs. I marked the oil field data centers on your map. Let's hack in and see if we can figure out what happened here. Okay. Of the two movies I've seen this year, it is my favorite. What was the other one that you saw? Did you see fucking motorcycles? Did you see Thunderbolts? Really? Mission Impossible. And of the two, you like Superman more. Wow. I'm not really sure if that says more about Mission Impossible or more about Superman. Let's get some more. There's an upgrade that we can get that allows, pick up blood orbs without a crane, but that takes a while to get to. But let's start that path. Can't unlock that. Faster fire rate, more submachine gun, more rockets. Oops. Good enough. MI is more of a mess than Superman. Really? Huh. Oh, I don't think I have time for another mission. Shoot. Oh, I told you that I was going to reach out to you to have a discussion about Fallout New Vegas and Witcher 3, and I still want to. For this weekend, this week has been a lot more soul crushing than I had anticipated. So maybe sometime this weekend or early next week we can have a chat about it, because I just want to get your takes on it, because those are two games I absolutely adore. And yeah, I just want to see where your head's at with those. And I don't want to do it in a way where you have to type and I have to talk. I'd rather we just have a chat. So maybe I was thinking we would just talk about it on Discord, maybe record it, and if it's worthwhile, uploading it. So we'll chat about it. But in the meantime, thank you for being here. Thank you everyone else that was here as well. I am going to be off for this weekend, so I won't be throwing in any extra streams. I will be back on Monday with a game of some kind that I will play. If I have time to think about it on the weekend, I will. And I'm leaning towards Crash Bandicoot. I think that's what I want to try. But I will cement my decision sometime this weekend and let you guys know. Either check out on Twitter or hop on our Discord. And if you have any suggestions, you can always feel free to let me know. But in the meantime, I hope you have a nice, calm, relaxing, restful weekend, and you get some time to play some fun-ass games. Hopefully I do too, because I'm going to need it. But you have a good start to your weekend. I hope it's relaxing. I hope it is restful. And I hope you come out ready for the next week, ready to kick some serious ass. I will see you next time. So long, and have a great night.